What an absolute joke of a football game that the Houston Texans just played against the New England Patriots, getting shut out 27-0 with a third-string rookie quarterback playing for the New England Patriots. What an absolute joke. Almost zero bright spots from this game from what I saw. Everything was horrible. Offense, defense, coaching, special teams. I mean, it was awful. Horrible. Does this game remind you of any other game, Texans fans? Because it reminds me of something. It reminds me of the Chiefs game, the playoff game this past year where we got blown out the goddamn field. And you know what Brock Osweiler reminded me of tonight? Brian fuck up Hoyer in the playoffs. Matt fuck up Schaub in the playoffs. I hope that's not who we have right now. Because I'm just about goddamn ready to jump off of this Brock Osweiler train. I mean, the way that he's been playing the last 3 games, I've given him a lot of credit the first 2 games because he didn't lose us the game. I'm not going to say he lost us this game, but he sure as hell didn't give us a better chance to win it. But any fucking ways, let's get through this real quick. Defensive woes, they were everywhere. J.J. Watt, didn't even hear his name tonight unless they were talking about how his name wasn't coming up. I mean, I know you're hurt and blah, 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 but this is the easiest right side of an offensive line that you're going to face this year, J.J. I know you might be a little hurt. Your back might still be hurting a little bit. But I saw J.J. Watt giving up in the third quarter. I saw our whole defense giving up in the third quarter. John Simon, barely heard his name. Jadeveon Clowney did absolutely nothing. Whitney Merciless, he got fucked up on an option play by Jacoby Brissett. You got to know on those option plays, you're not going to sit in the middle. You got to choose the quarterback or you got to choose the option. And he was right next to the quarterback. He fell for the fake pitch. And then Jacoby got what? A 9-yard gain, 10-yard gain, whatever. Horrible. Andre Hall. I got a buddy that I've talked to in other YouTube comments who's telling me Andre Hall is the next great safety. He's telling me Andre Hall's got a lot to prove this year and that he's going to turn out to be one of the better safeties in the NFL this year. Not after what I saw tonight. A lot of missed tackles. And it wasn't just him. Everyone was missing tackles. I mean, it seemed like Julian Edelman was Marshawn Lynch out there, and I love me some Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman is one of my favorite players in the NFL. Kareem Jackson. What I tell you about Kareem Jackson? Every time there's a big play, every time there's a big conversion, it's number 25 getting burned. And there was one where he got lucky because the receiver happened to drop the ball. And like I said, giving up at the end of the third quarter, this team was done. Especially the defense. The defense gave up that big touchdown to LeGarrette Blount. I mean, I think he was 19 carries for like 60 yards. I mean, we were holding LeGarrette Blount back all game long. Oh, Lord. Let's go to offense. And no, let's go to coaching. I don't understand this whole ideology of running the ball on 3rd and 8. Running the ball on 3rd and 8. What are we doing, Bill O'Brien? What are we doing? I don't understand. Why aren't we passing? I mean, after the 3rd time that we ran the ball on 3rd down and we didn't get it, I mean, are you going to throw then? How about the 5th time, the 6th time? It didn't seem like we were making adjustments, and that was the whole game. Bill O'Brien got out-coached by Bill Belichick. That's not something to be ashamed of. But, I mean, he didn't even try to adjust. There were no adjustments. Did you guys see any adjustments this game? Keep giving the ball to Lamar Miller. Their safeties are playing out of the box. They're playing 15 yards off the ball to give room for Will Fuller. Run the ball up the damn middle. Why are we trying to run all these pitches, all these outside zones, all these stretches? What are we doing? Anyways. They were giving us the underneath shit all day, and we were not taking advantage of it. The New England defense said, we're going to take away DeAndre Hopkins. We're going to take away Will Fuller, and we're going to see what you can do. And what could we do? Absolutely nothing. And that was my big last week. If you watched my video last week, that was my biggest concern about this offense. Is if DeAndre Hopkins is taken out of the game, if Will Fuller is taken out of the game, who's going to step up at receiver? I mean, it's not like Brock Osweiler gave them a damn chance because Brock Osweiler can't make a short throw or a mid-level throw to save his goddamn life. Not to mention the interception. I mean, why are we trying to force the ball? I don't understand. Why are we trying to force the ball? Brock Osweiler is trying to force these balls. We didn't sign Brock Osweiler to be the next gunslinger. We signed him to come in here and not turn the ball over, keep the chains moving, and take the pressure off the defense. The pressure was on the defense all game long. I'm not going to say I can't blame them for giving up because they're an NFL football team and they shouldn't give up and they're paid not to give up. But God, I mean, could you blame them? Oh, my Lord. Will Fuller, another big drop. We got to work on those hands, bro. Someone get Lamar Miller some cleats. The man can't stay up. He's falling. He's getting tackled by ghosts out there. He's not hitting holes hard. I mean, I gave Lamar Miller. Stat-wise, he had a bad game last game. But I gave him a lot of credit, a lot of positive plays. That's what I liked about Lamar Miller last game. No negative plays. A lot of negative plays this game. A lot of them. And then, like I said, no adjustments. Where are the screens to Lamar Miller? Do we not realize we have one of the better dual-threat running backs in the NFL? I mean, I'm not going to say he's Le'Veon Bell. I'm not going to say he's Jamal Charles when he's healthy. I'm not saying anything like that. But did we forget Lamar Miller can catch screens, catch out of the backfield? Do we forget about that? And then our tight ends can't get open, even over the middle of the field. They were giving us the middle of the field. They were giving us the outside routes, the out routes, the short corners, the hitches. Why aren't we throwing these balls? We're trying to throw pretty back shoulder fades. Brock Osweiler's super inaccurate when it comes to short to intermediate level throws. Like I've been saying all year, that's my biggest problem with Brock is he can throw those pretty deep balls, but when it comes to those short intermediate routes, he gets a little antsy. He double cocks it. He throws a little. His arm becomes a noodle. He doesn't want to gun it in there. Oh man, accuracy with Brock Osweiler. We can't throw deep all day long, and the Patriots proved that. To special teams, 2 fumbles on special teams. Really disappointed in Tyler Ervin. I'm a big Tyler Ervin fan. I think he's a great returner. Got to hold on to the football, bro. Number 31 fucked up 2 plays. Fumbled a football on a return. I don't know how this kid didn't get benched after that one because before that, I believe it was him that ran into the punter. Oh, man. And that a lot of that is coaching. And this goes all right back to coaching. We got out coached, we didn't adjust, and we allowed our team to give up. I mean, it was horrible. And on top of that, there were some bullshit penalties calling us. I'm not saying those are the reason we lost at all. We had 2 penalties on the goal line. I think it was A.J. Bouye, where Martellus Bennett just ran into A.J. Bouye, and apparently that's pass interference these days. A 260-pound, big-ass tight end running into a safety, and that's pass interference. Okay. And then after that, there was another. We would have had to stop. It would have been 4th down. And then Martellus Bennett has A.J. Bouye by the face mask, his arms wrapped around him. Oh, but that's pass interference on A.J. Bouye. The ball wasn't even thrown, by the way. It should have been illegal contact or holding, if it was anything on A.J. Bouye. Oh, so, were there any good things out of this game? Not a lot. Not really. I mean, the guy that stuck out to me on the screen, Bernardrick McKinney, the number 55, the linebacker, that man can ball. Brian Cushing, we're not missing Brian Cushing. I mean, we might have missed him this game, but the last 2 games we haven't missed Brian Cushing that much. I mean, I haven't. I mean, I can't even think. I mean, Jonathan Joseph played pretty well. Another thing about Will Fuller. What's his name? Malcolm Butler, the Super Bowl hero, he was jamming Will Fuller all day. When he wasn't playing off of Will Fuller, 15 yards off of Will Fuller, and he was in his face, Will Fuller wasn't getting off the line. And they figured that out real quick, and then they double covered DeAndre with bracket coverage, and then nobody else could step up. I mean, hats off to New England, man. Hats off to Bill Belichick. He proved why he's the greatest coach in the NFL. He proved that with the 3rd-string rookie quarterback, he can beat one of the best defenses in the NFL. One of the better coaches in the NFL. I think I'm really disappointed in Bill O'Brien because I'm a fan of Bill O'Brien. I think he's a good coach. I think he gets us fired up. But I didn't see any fire from Bill O'Brien this game. And can you imagine if Tom Brady was playing this football game? Could you imagine if Tom Brady was playing and Bill O'Brien calls that timeout when the Patriots have the ball with 1 minute left to go on 2nd down? Could you imagine what Tom Brady would? He would have laughed and he would have gone and he would have scored more points on our ass. Not to mention, it seemed like Bill Belichick was having a tea party on the sideline. Dude was cracking. Bill O'Brien didn't smile that much. The dude was cracking smiles, running down the sidelines, clapping every time his defense made a play. I mean, it's like they knew they were going to win this game when they walked in. And I don't blame them based on the way they beat our ass. But anyways, guys, what does this mean for our football team? I don't know. I don't know if this means that we're the same Texans we've been in the past few years, where we're a very good football team against average to slightly above average teams, and we go and play a good football team, a well-coached football team like the New England Patriots, and they just show how we are still not in their class yet. I mean, do you think the Cardinals would have got blown out like this by the Patriots with a third-string quarterback? What about even the Seahawks with their injuries? How about them? What about the Vikings with their injuries? What about the Panthers? What about the Steelers? We're not in their class yet, clearly, based on the way we performed tonight. And I think we're still missing some dogs on this football team, especially on offense. I mean, we know we got J.J. Watt. He's not healthy. It's hard for you to be a dog when you're not healthy and you're not performing as well as you would like to. But we need leaders. We need leaders to step up. DeAndre Hopkins is soft-spoken like Andre Johnson. Brock Osweiler is Mr. Pretty Boy. Doesn't say cuss words, stuff like that. Okay, whatever. We need someone to step up on offense. We need a Julian Edelman. We need a Rob Gronkowski. We need these guys that get fired up, even when we're down. We need a Steve Smith Sr. We need somebody like that. And we need another one on defense. I think that's just what we're missing. I think we're missing leadership. I think our coaches need to step up. I think somebody needs to step up. I'm looking at you, Bernard McKinney. I'm looking at you, DeAndre Hopkins. I'm looking at you, Jonathan Joseph. Even Kevin Johnson, second-year player. I know he's got fire. I just want someone to step up and be a leader, because that's what we need on this football team. We don't have a leader. And you can say J.J. Watt all you want, but the Steelers have Ben Roethlisberger. Packers, Aaron Rodgers. Seahawks, Russell Wilson. Seahawks, Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman. Marshawn Lynch back in the day. Patriots, Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski. Carolina Panthers, they had Josh Norman as a leader. Cam Newton's a leader. Even the Dallas Cowboys. I hope Stephen A. Smith gets on First Take tomorrow night and rips the Houston Texans like he rips the Cowboys on all the time. Undeservingly so a lot of the times. But I hope that someone rips these Texans' ass for the way that they played. And I know Stephen A. Smith should do it. Even Max Kellerman. But anyway, guys, like I said, we need some dogs to step up. I think we can bounce back. I know we're going to bounce back from this. I hope this is a wake-up call. It seemed like the Kansas City game was a wake-up call over the offseason. And I think we're going to bounce back. But, man, I had us winning this football game. I mean, I thought there was no way J.J. Watt, John Simon, Whitney Merciless, Jadeveon Clowney, Bernard McKinney. I thought there was no way they were going to let Jacoby Brissett play the way that... I mean, he didn't play great, but he had two big plays. I thought there was no way Bill O'Brien was going to let stupid mistakes like penalties and turnovers on special teams just crack our backs. And I thought there was no way that J.J. Watt, our leader, was going to let our defense quit. It's time for someone to step up on offense. It's time. Give the video a thumbs up, guys. Comment down below if you enjoyed. I like talking to you guys in the comment section. And most importantly, subscribe for more, especially you Texans fans out there. And I'll see you guys next time. This is B Mills.